What's up, guys? Luke Johns here from Fisherman's Warehouse, and of course, we're joined with Bobby Barrack. You spent a lot of time on the Delta, and a fair amount of time on Clear Lake as well. Both known for flipping, punching, getting in the thick stuff, big weight, big line, big hooks. So there's somebody, or you're basically one of the best guys to trust with information on this. So let's hear your setup: hook, weight, line, baits. How do you run with it, and why do you run with it?
Okay. When it comes to the Delta, if I'm going to fish a tournament on the Delta, which I did many, I think I won 113 tournaments on the Delta.
That's ridiculous.
With team tournaments and pro-ams and that kind of stuff, Redmans. But that being said, at least half of them, I won some on slammers, buzz baits, spinner baits, but at least half of them I won with a frog and or a combination of a punching rod. Mm-hmm. So the punching thing is huge. You've got to know and learn how to punch if you have any aspirations of being successful on the Delta as a tournament angler. You have got to punch. What makes a difference? Why is that guy different than him when it comes to punching? I'm just as good as... No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not as good as that guy. You're not as good as that guy. And you're not as good as that because you don't have anywhere near the hours doing that guy does. You have not bit as many times as that guy got. Most guys don't realize that they just got bit by an 8+. I'm talking, look, I guided a lot. I got to see lots and lots and lots of flaws in guys that really thought they were something else. Okay? You swing, huh? What? Oh, what was that? Oh, probably, I don't know. I think I hit a stick. No! It went like, I'm watching your line. Your line is traveling. And it did that. I'm counting. It stopped in a quarter of a second before it did the last 4 times. You don't even check them. You swing. That's the difference between that guy, and that guy. Not even 3 of them. That guy and that guy. That guy swings 2 to 3 more times a day than you do. And when he does that in White Slough on the high switch or an hour into the fall on a 3-2, 3-2, 3-4, 3-6 high, 3-6 high, 2 hours into the fall, when he swings 2 more times, you can't beat him. You can't if he gets his hands on those fish. That's the difference. If you want to take your game there, I highly suggest that I'm gonna mention a couple of things that might help. I'm sorry, I get excited about this kind of stuff.
We can tell.
When you're punching, especially on the Delta, 3/4, 1 ounce, 1 1/4, and 1 1/2. I don't want to have all of those. I don't want to have all of them on the deck. I'm gonna have 2 of them. I'm gonna have 2 of them on the deck. Okay, 2 punch rods on the deck. I want them to eat a 1 ounce. I really do. Because a 1 ounce, I can get through most stuff, and I'm really good with the 1 ounce fall. If I have to go 1 1/2, I will, but I lose so many big ones. The bigger the weight that I use, the more big ones I lose. I just do. I don't know if it blows their mouth open. I don't have a camera down there. It's just a guess, all of us, why they come off, why we lose them. It's a variety of reasons as to why they come off. But I do know that the lighter my sinker, the less big ones. Your standard average punch fish on the Delta is probably 4.5 pounds. That's your average punch fish. If you punch 10 bass, you've probably got somewhere between 38 and 45 pounds on the average. Right in there, okay? High quality technique. Punch, biggest bass I ever caught, 1475, punching, okay? They're awesome. And I've lost them bigger, unfortunately. Anyway, real quick, my butt, yeah. Get you a high quality, super stout punching hook. That's where it starts, okay? You got to have you a nice punching rod, 7'9", 7'10" punching rod. I'm working on a new punching rod with iRod right now that's going to have the perfect parabolic bend to it. Get you a good stout hook, 2/0, 3/0, or 4/0. I really want to use the 2 and the 3/0. If I have to use a 4/0 because of the size of the plastic, that's what I'm going to do. The plastics that, and I got to put these on right here, put my cheaters on. If it's loose grass, if it's heavy Eladia, but the tide's high and I've got some separation in my grass and I've got some lanes, I'm going to use a pocket craw. Okay? I'm going to use something with some flappers on it. FPMs, flaps per minute is what I used to call it. I want something that, I'm going to start with the baby pocket. I'm going to start with the baby pocket craw. It's a little bit smaller. I'm going to keep my colors simple. Green pumpkin, black and blue, depending on light penetration, dark, overhead light, dingy, first thing in the morning, I'm going with the dark colors. As you get into the middle of the day, I want to go with my reds for sure. But I want something with some movement. Once it breaks through, I want it creating some commotion, okay? So I just love that thing. That's in looser types of vegetations. That's the pocket craw, okay? If I need a lot of presence. Now, if they're on that crawdad pattern, but they're in the thicker stuff, then I got to go with the slim pocket. Why? The pocket craw's got a hollow body, okay? Great action, amazing action. Excuse me. But it's got that hollow body, and that hook's you're gonna get frustrated if you're pulling it out of heavy cover. That hook's gonna go through and it's gonna start to get hung up. When you get bit on a pocket craw, it collapses so simple, so easy. Very seldom will you lose fish on this thing. This guy here, the slim pocket, it's a full pour. It's a full body pour. You can sink a 3/0, you can sink a 4/0 in that crawdad right there. And it's got the good flappers. It's got the good movement, okay? So those are when I'm into that crawdad pattern, that's what I'm going to be flipping. Or punching. The other guy that I just, now when I punch, and I punch a ton, in Texas now, if I'm catching bass, I'm punching them or I'm throwing my frog. And that's about the only way I'll catch them now. I do the rattle trap thing first part of the year, a little bit with the MR12. Anyway, that kind of stuff, if I have to do that. The bee-bug, that guy right there. I mean, that's your standard. It's that beaver style bait that everybody just loves. They got the bait fuel in it now. They've got the bait fuel embedded in this thing, which kind of separates it from the rest of the baits that are out there. I mean, that bait fuel, I know you guys have all heard about it. It is absolutely amazing stuff. They do hold on to it better. I remember back in the day when the Berkeley thing came out and the Berkeley plastics, and I was like, did they? Yes, they do hold on to the Berkeley baits better. They hold on to that bait fuel stuff better. They do. When it comes, this is my absolute favorite punch bait to this day. That's the dagger. That dagger right there. I put the 3/0 hook in this guy right here. I'll put a 3/4 ounce. I'll put a 3/4 head on. With a 3/4 head with this guy right here, I can get into a lot of stuff. With the bigger plastics, I might have to use 1.25 ounces. Because this guy's so streamlined, so it's a thinner diameter. I can use that 3/4 with a 2/0 or a 3/0, and I can get in and out. When I'm punching, I will use 90 to 100 pound braid. Period. I don't use 65. I don't use 80. Because with 65, with 65 pound braid, somewhere between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m., I'm going to swing and it's going to go pow like that. I can't have that. With 90 or 100 pound braid, I've never broke it off on the swing. If I have broke it off on the swing, it's because I didn't retie for 2 or 3 trips because I was fun fishing. My fault, not the line's fault. So get you some 90 pound braid, get you some 100 pound braid. As it's going down through there, they don't go, I better eat that. I better not eat that because it's on 90. That looks like 100. That looks like no. It's a reaction bite, okay? For the most part. But that dagger in that Delta flare, that Delta flare color, my goodness. I mean, when I left, the last 2 years that I fished the Delta, the last 2.5 years, when I got serious, I knew I was going to be leaving. So I told Stacy, I said, you know what? I'm going to quit screwing around. I'm going to instead of catch them the way I want to catch them, I'm going to catch them the way they need to be caught. So what I did was I had 2 punch rods, a chatterbait, and a frog on the deck. That's it. 2 punch rods, a chatterbait, and a frog. Or 1 punch frog, a jig, or a Senko, one or the other, not both, a chatterbait and a frog. 4 rods. No more than 4 rods on the deck. And I was talking to one of the guys, and the last 32 tournaments I fished, I think I won 14 of them. And I lots of top threes in it. But it was with this stuff. It was with this stuff. It's fun stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's the mentality thing. It's minimal bites, high quality fish. It's not for everybody, but you can get there. It just takes some time. It takes time. You got to listen to guys like me. They're going to shoot straight. I'm going to tell you what you need to do, and you need to do this, and you need to stay with it doing this through the windows so that you get the confidence. Now, I can sit here and talk to you, and Luke can talk to you blue in the face. And it all sounds good and all that stuff, but until you start to swing and have some success and take some pictures of some fish, it doesn't matter. So you've got to experience the success of some of this stuff. Otherwise, you're gonna stay where you're at, and you're never gonna mature. You're never gonna grow as an angler. So if you want to take it to that next level, listen to some of the stuff that we're doing, apply it, and stay with it.
Perfect. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Cool.
Probably never will be able to say it better than that either. So, anyways, we've got all your punching needs down here at Fisherman's Warehouse. Bobby, it was perfect today.
It's fantastic.
See you guys at the frog tournament this weekend. I guess this will come out way after that, so good luck to whoever's fishing that thing. And
yes.
I know you'll be down there hanging out with everybody.
It'll be cool.
Yep.
It'll be cool. They get to deal with the low tide in the afternoon on the first day, and then they'll be dealing with the high water going out the second day. On that high water going. My favorite frog tide was always that low water.
Yep.
Right before it stopped, or right as it started. Oh, they should have bit. They didn't. Okay, it's Mother Nature. I'm not Mother. Hey. So anyway, and then on that high water, don't be in a hurry. Let it come to you. Just get out there, get in the boat, stand up there, start throwing. Let it come to you, man.
It'll be fun to watch.
Yeah,
fun to watch.
Be good stuff.
All right, guys. We will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for tuning in. And Bobby, thanks for stopping by.
Good stuff, man.